2026, New Zealand, Malta, and Ecuador. If you are planning to travel in 2026, or you are quietly thinking about relocating, looking for a place that offers peace, opportunity, and quality of life, then this video is for you. The world has changed. Travel is no longer just about beautiful photos. Relocation is no longer just about higher income. In 2026, people are searching for stability, safety, value for money, a slower, more meaningful way of life. Some countries are struggling under pressure. Others are quietly becoming smarter choices. Today, we explore 3 countries that stand out, not because they are loud, but because they make sense. 3 countries that offer different lifestyles, yet share one powerful advantage. They allow you to live better. Let's begin with the country where nature leads and life breathes. Country 1, New Zealand. What if the world still had a place where life feels balanced? A place where nature is not a weekend escape, but part of everyday living. Where silence still exists. Where the air feels clean in your lungs. Where the road ahead is long, open, and unhurried. Welcome to New Zealand. This is not just a destination. It is a feeling, a rhythm, a different way of living. And today we're going to explore why millions visit New Zealand. This is TravelValue, where we explore the world not just for travel, but for life. New Zealand feels different the moment you arrive. The sky feels bigger, the light feels softer, the land feels alive. Snow-capped mountains rise without warning. Lakes look unreal, like polished glass. Beaches stretch for miles with no one in sight. Forests feel ancient, untouched, and calm. Here, nature is not fenced off. It's not something you visit once a year. It's what you wake up to, what you drive past, what frames your everyday life. In 2026, New Zealand represents something rare in the modern world. Space. Not just physical space, but mental and emotional space. There's room to think, room to breathe, room to live without constant noise. And that's exactly why people are drawn here. Tourists don't come to New Zealand for chaos. They come for clarity. They come for clean air and unspoiled landscapes, cities that feel safe and organized, friendly, respectful people, roads that make sense, transportation that works, signs you can actually understand. There's no pressure to rush. You don't feel overwhelmed by crowds. You don't feel pushed to consume nonstop. Instead, something unusual happens. You slow down. You breathe deeper. You notice details again. The color of the water, the sound of the wind, the quiet. Even in cities like Auckland, Wellington, and Christchurch, life feels human-scaled. Cafes don't feel rushed. Public spaces are clean. People respect personal space. New Zealand travel isn't about ticking boxes, it's about presence. And many visitors don't realize this at first. But New Zealand has a way of changing how you think about life. At some point, something shifts. A visitor looks around and thinks, what if life could feel like this all the time? What if stress wasn't constant? Work didn't consume everything. Nature wasn't something you had to escape to safety, wasn't something you worried about. That's when New Zealand stops being just a vacation and starts Relocate chasing stability. New Zealand offers political and social stability, transparent governance, strong healthcare, strong public education, low corruption, high trust in institutions. English is the primary language. The legal system is clear. Rules are followed and applied fairly. But what truly stands out is work-life balance. Here, life is not about burning out fast. It's about building something steady and sustainable. Parents spend time with their children. Weekends are protected. Nature is part of the lifestyle, not a reward. Employment opportunities. New Zealand actively welcomes skilled workers in areas like healthcare and nursing, construction and infrastructure, agriculture and farming technology, and IT engineering skilled trades. Workplaces value competence, reliability, and respect. Overwork is not celebrated. Efficiency is. Success here looks quieter, but it lasts longer. New Zealand culture values fairness, personal responsibility, community, respect for nature, respect for others. People don't boast. They don't push status. They don't measure life by excess. Enough peace, and that's powerful. New Zealand doesn't promise shortcuts. It doesn't sell illusions. Instead, it offers something deeper, a future that feels grounded, a place where life feels intentional, not rushed, not noisy, not chaotic. New Zealand is ideal if you value calm over chaos, stability over speculation, nature over noise, balance over burnout. It's for people who want a safe place to raise children, a slower, healthier lifestyle, a society that works quietly, a future that feels predictable in a good way. This is not a place for chasing extremes. It's a place for building a life that lasts. If this way of life speaks to you, you're not alone. Here on TravelValue, we don't just explore countries as tourists, we explore them as possibilities for travel, for relocation, for a better quality of life. If you're curious about where to live better, where your money goes further, where life feels calmer and safer, then you're in the right place. Subscribe to TravelValue and travel with intention. But not everyone wants cool weather and wide open space. Some people crave sunlight. Ancient history. Warm seas at their doorstep. So next, we journey to the heart of the Mediterranean, a place where life moves slowly and the past still whispers through the streets. Country 2, Malta. Malta may be small in size, but it offers a surprisingly big life. An island nation resting quietly in the Mediterranean, Malta blends worlds that don't often come together. Ancient history, modern infrastructure, warm sunshine, and relaxed island living. Here, time feels layered. Every street tells a story. Every stone has seen centuries pass. Every sunset feels personal, as if it was meant just for you. Malta doesn't try to overwhelm you. It invites you in gently. Life in Malta unfolds slowly. Morning light reflects off limestone buildings. Church bells echo softly through narrow streets. The sea is always nearby, reminding you to slow down. This is not a place of rush. It's a place of rhythm. People gather outdoors. Conversations stretch. Evenings last longer than planned. And that's exactly why Malta has become one of the Mediterranean's most quietly desirable destinations. Malta is ideal for travelers who want ease without boredom. Travelers choose Malta for sunshine almost all year, beautiful beaches and crystal clear waters, walkable historic cities, short travel distances. Here you don't spend hours commuting between attractions. You can explore an entire country without exhaustion. In a single day, you can walk through a medieval city, swim in turquoise waters, have lunch by the sea, watch the sunset from ancient walls. The pace is calm. Life happens outdoors. Cafes spill into plazas. Promenades fill in the evening. Locals and visitors mingle effortlessly. There's no pressure to rush through experiences. Malta encourages you to stay a little longer. For many visitors, something unexpected happens. What starts as a vacation turns into a question. What if I didn't have to leave? Because Malta doesn't feel temporary. It feels livable. The climate is gentle. The country is manageable. The lifestyle feels balanced. And that's where relocation enters the picture. Malta has quietly become one of Europe's smartest relocation choices, not because it's flashy, but because it works. Here's why people are choosing Malta. English is an official language, strong internet and digital infrastructure, access to the European Union, favorable residency and tax programs, safe streets and welcoming communities. Malta offers European living without European stress. It attracts remote workers, entrepreneurs, retirees, professionals seeking EU access. Work happens here, but life doesn't disappear around it. You can finish work and be at the sea in minutes. You can attend meetings, then walk home through history. You don't have to choose between productivity and pleasure. Malta allows both. Malta understands the modern world. It welcomes digital professionals. It supports international business. It stays connected, yet it never loses its soul. Community still matters. Food is still shared. Time is still respected. This balance is rare. Malta proves that you don't need a large country to enjoy a rich, connected life. Sometimes smaller is better, more manageable, more personal, more human. Malta is ideal if you want sunshine without isolation, European access without heavy bureaucracy, island living without disconnection, history without stagnation. It's for people who value walkable living, outdoor culture, community warmth, and simplicity with opportunity. Malta doesn't promise perfection. It promises quality of life, and for many that's exactly enough. If Malta speaks to you, then you already understand what TravelValue is about. We explore places not just for holidays, but for better ways to live, smarter choices, balanced lifestyles, countries that give more than they take. If you're curious about relocating abroad, living well for less, finding freedom without chaos, then this channel is for you. Welcome to TravelValue. But what if your dream is not Europe? What if your goal is freedom, affordability, and cultural diversity? Then the smartest move might surprise you. Let's travel to South America. Country 3, Ecuador. Ecuador is one of the world's most underestimated countries, and that is exactly why it's smart. In a global conversation dominated by expensive, crowded, and overhyped destinations, Ecuador stays quiet. It doesn't shout for attention. It doesn't sell illusions. And because of that, it offers something rare, real value. In Ecuador, you don't choose just one experience. You experience 4 worlds in a single country. Pacific beaches, where life moves with the tide. The Amazon rainforest, alive with color, sound, and biodiversity. The Andean highlands, cool, calm, and steeped in tradition. And the Galapagos Islands, one of the most extraordinary ecosystems on Earth. Few places offer this level of geographic and cultural diversity. Even fewer offer it at such an affordable cost. Within hours, landscapes completely transform, and that variety changes how you live, not just how you travel. Life in Ecuador feels human. Markets are alive with conversation. Food is fresh and local. Communities feel connected. There's less rushing, less pretending, less pressure. People greet each other, neighbors talk. Time stretches in the best possible way. This is a country where life is still lived out loud, but not aggressively. Travelers don't come to Ecuador for polished perfection. They come for authenticity. They come for natural beauty and unmatched biodiversity. Warm, welcoming people. Deep, authentic culture, affordable food and transportation, destinations that are still refreshingly uncrowded. Here you rediscover the joy of exploration. You're not pushed along by crowds. You're not rushed through experiences. You wander, you observe, you engage. Colonial towns feel lived in, not staged. Nature feels wild, not controlled. Experiences feel genuine, not manufactured. Ecuador reminds you what travel used to feel like. For many visitors, Ecuador sparks a thought they didn't expect. What if I could actually live like this? Not temporarily, not as a fantasy, but realistically. That's when Ecuador shifts from destination to option. Ecuador has become a top relocation choice for people seeking freedom from high-cost living. It attracts retirees, digital nomads, families seeking affordability, people stepping away from financial pressure. The reasons are practical and powerful. Key advantages include low cost of living, use of the US dollar, affordable, accessible healthcare, flexible residency options, comfortable climate year-round. Here, your money works harder for you. Rent costs less, food costs less, healthcare costs less. But life doesn't feel cheap, it feels balanced. You spend less time worrying about money and more time living. Life in Ecuador feels simpler, not smaller, simpler. People are present, days feel fuller, time slows down naturally. Community matters here, connection matters here. You're not measured by what you own, but by how you live. Ecuador doesn't promise luxury, it offers something far more valuable: freedom, affordability. Balance. New Zealand, Malta, Ecuador. Three very different countries, different climates, different cultures, different continents, yet they share something powerful. They offer safety, quality of life, natural beauty, and lifestyles centered around people, not pressure. New Zealand gives you peace and structure. Malta gives you sunshine and European access. Ecuador gives you freedom and affordability. The smartest places in 2026 are not the loudest. They don't shout, they don't compete, they welcome quietly and give you room to grow. If you're planning to travel smarter or thinking about starting a new chapter in life, these three countries deserve your attention. Here on TravelValue, we don't chase trends, we analyze value, lifestyle, long-term quality of life. Subscribe to TravelValue, where we help you choose destinations that offer real value for your life, not just beautiful photos. Because your smartest journey doesn't begin with a ticket, it begins with knowledge.